Justice Minister met with the Corps of Judges to discuss mechanisms of how to correct prejudiced court decisions of the past. Tetsukiani presented a draft law prepared by the ministry which stipulates remedy of unfair court decisions. The fact that draft law is being discussed with the judges was evaluated as positive by the chairman of the Supreme Council of Justice. However, he sees certain imperfections in the draft.
We have a number of critical remarks, and I really want this draft law to be improved. The document, as it is now, puts judicial stability and security under threat. Our remarks are well-grounded, and they must be taken into account.
Universal free access to laws and penal codes, inclusion of civil society and the private sector in the drafting of new legislation, and strengthening the positions of the defendant before a judge in the criminal procedure code are the key highlights of the judicial reform started in Georgia. The minister believes that judges have been subjected to full control from the prosecutor's office during the past 9 years. Thus, the reform is a very painful process.
We'll be also looking very carefully at how the court system is financed, what legal complementary mechanisms are needed so those finances are transparent, so that any penny paid by Georgian taxpayer for the judiciary budget is served for judges' independence and impartiality.
This draft law is another step of a judicial reform started with mass amnesty of prisoners this year. Over 8,000 inmates have been freed. By the way, the parliament passed amnesty bill having overturned presidential veto. The other step was reforming the High Council of Justice, which caused controversy over some points, including termination of authority of the sitting members upon election of the new ones. Now the Justice Ministry has to deal with several thousand complaints coming from prisoners, businessmen and different private people, saying that their rights have been violated by illegal judgments. Georgia's judicial system was perceived as highly corrupt with little independence from the government. It was nearly impossible for ordinary citizens to win a court case against the state. The justice reform is now started. However, it is yet to be seen whether it is possible to correct all the drawbacks of the judiciary in Georgia. Svetlana Limova, Press TV, Tbilisi.